Hi everyone, this is my chemistry channel. In this video, we're going to discuss about the bioinorganic chemistry. So today I have taken a new topic called photosynthesis. That is the role of inorganic metal ions in photosynthesis. We're going to study the chemistry of inorganic elements in photosynthesis. As we know so far, photosynthesis is a natural process like that. But this photosynthesis is facilitated by the four types of metal complexes. So that we're going to study in this video. First, see what is photosynthesis. Naturally, the carbon dioxide molecule reacts with water which is present in stem and in the plants, activated the protons and form carbohydrate and the evolution of oxygen. Here this is a light reaction because this reaction taking place in the presence of light, so it is a light driven process. It's a light driven process. If you see in the brief manner in step by step, so what is going to happen in this overall photosynthesis reaction? First, see what is the site of photosynthesis in plants. As we know, the plants are green in color. Why it should be green? Why it should not have other colors? Let's see that. The plants contains called chloroplast. Plants contains called chloroplast. So this is the site of photosynthesis. So the photosynthesis is taking place with the help of chloroplast. So it is found in the plants, mainly located in stem and leaves of the plants. The chloroplast, this chloroplast contains a pigment called chlorophyll. So this chlorophyll is a pigment which is responsible for green color because it absorbs the light of certain wavelength. So the chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. It is found in stem and leaves of the plants. This chloroplast contains a pigment called chlorophyll. So this chlorophyll is a fat soluble lipid soluble which is found in thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid membrane. So this chloroplast contains it's a pigment, okay? It has a fat soluble and lipid soluble which is found in the thylakoid membrane. So this is the responsible for, this pigment is responsible for photosynthesis. Which absorbs the light. Which absorbs the light of certain wavelength. So it tells that, so in the complex, I mean in the structure, it has extent of conjugation. Extent of conjugation is there. So this absorbs the wavelength absorption of light, a particular wavelength, which tells that it has extended conjugation. Extended conjugation in a system. So mainly this chlorophyll absorbs the wavelength of, in the red region, 600 to 700 nanometer of visible region. As you see the wheel color, VIBGYOR, if any compound observes the particular wavelength, it emitted as the opposing wavelength. Okay, so this chlorophyll observes red region and it will be shown like a green color. That's why the plants are shown green color. Okay, so what is this absorption? So this absorption is mainly happened because of the pi electrons present in the system. So absorption is mainly due to the pi electrons in a system. So this is due to the pi electron system. So the chlorophyll has the complex structure that is responsible for this absorption, which leads to the color of the compound. Okay, so this absorption is the main responsible for the color of the complex. Let's see. Chlorophyll structure. Structure of chlorophyll. In smaller age also we have discussed lot of structures. Today we will see that. It's very complicated structure, but not very difficult to draw, but it is very easy to draw the structure. At the center, magnesium and surrounded by 4 nitrogen rings. So this is the 4th pyrrole ring present in and one cyclopentanone ring is attached. So this is a cyclopentanone ring attached with this, and it has some substituents. It's not very complicated to draw the structure. It's very easy only. You can try also. And it has long See, this is the structure of chlorophyll. If you see here at the center, magnesium 2 plus, the central metal ion. Magnesium 2 plus is the central metal ion, and it has 4 pyrrole rings. This macrocyclic ion is called porphyrin ring. So magnesium is trapped at the center and it is surrounded by the pyrrole rings which fused by the methylene group which is called porphyrin ring, which is a macrocyclic ligand, and it has extended conjugation. This macrocyclic porphyrin ligand is aromatic in nature because it has extended conjugation. So it gives a rigidity to the molecule and it stabilizes the molecule overall, and it doesn't give any molecular vibrations to make the molecule becomes very rich. So the stability of the molecule is mainly due to this porphyrin ligand because it is highly rich. It does not go for any molecular vibrations. It does undergo several absorptions, so and which is makes molecule very stable. And it has some substituents like acetylene, methyl, and one of the ring is fused by the cyclopentanone ring. This is cyclopentanone ring. And this system has one long chain group called pietyl group. Pietyl group. Okay. So the chlorophyll has two types of chlorophyll. One is chlorophyll A, another one is chlorophyll B. In chlorophyll A, R is equal to CH3. In chlorophyll B, R equal to CHO. So instead of CH3, if it has CHO, then structure is called chlorophyll B. If it has CH3, the structure is called chlorophyll A. So many of the plant molecules contain the chlorophyll A as the predominant structure than the chlorophyll B. So many of the plants contain both the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, but the percentage of extension is very high for the chlorophyll A molecule. So this is a structure about chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll has a macrocyclic ligand called porphyrin ligand, which undergo pi to pi star transition, which is the color responsible for color, that is from homo to loom. Okay, from homo to loom. So this transition happening because of this extended conjugation happening in the porphyrin ring. Okay. So next we will see the some structural role of this chlorophyll. So this is about the structure of chlorophyll. This chlorophyll has two reaction centers. So what are the reaction centers of chlorophyll? That is, one is H2O and another one is carbon dioxide. This H2O and carbon dioxide, these are the two main reactants that are undergoing the reaction in photosynthesis, which gives carbohydrate and oxygen. So this oxygen is taken by the plant molecules. So these two reaction centers have different types of reactions in it. First, the splitting of water to oxygen, then carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Okay, this was taken in a different manner. So the splitting of water, takes place in photosystem 2, and the conversion of carbon dioxide to carbon takes place in photosystem 1. So let's see the overall reaction that taking place in the chlorophyll. Okay. For this conversion, there are 4 types of metal complexes are involved. One is a manganese complex and iron sulfur protein, cytochrome, and fourth one is plastocyanin, that is a blue copper protein. So these are the 4 metal centers that are involved in this photosynthesis process. Okay. There are 2 spaces of photosynthesis process. What are the 2 spaces? First one is light reaction and second one is dark reaction. So photosynthesis is simply the light energy is converted to chemical energy by absorption of light. This is called simply photosynthesis. Light energy is converted to chemical energy, but it has two spaces. One is a light reaction, another one is a dark reaction. In light reaction, it generates a NADPH and ATP. NADPH and ATP. So it is a light dependent reaction. This dark reaction is independent of light energy. Independent of light energy. So it will get the energy from light reaction, that is the NADPH and ATP used to drive the synthesis of carbohydrate from carbon dioxide to and water. So the energy from light reaction, it is used by the dark reaction. So the energy from light reaction taken by the dark reaction, which is used to synthesize a carbohydrate from carbon dioxide and water. So this NADPH and ATP is produced through the splitting of water. So let's see the mechanism, because it is a redox reactions, electron transfer redox reactions. So it involves a series of reduction and oxidation transfer mechanism. Okay. So first see that the light reaction. So what is happening in light reaction? The Robert Hill is the person, Robert Hill, given the mechanism, because this water and carbon dioxide, the two reaction centers, which is photolysed and gives and oxygen. So it found that where this oxygen evolved, whether the oxygen is evolved from water molecule or carbon dioxide. So you found that by using some mechanism. First, he has taken the water that undergo photolysis, the carbon dioxide not undergo photolysis. It's taken the water and that is the chloroplast. Separated the chloroplast, which is treated with artificial electron acceptor. Artificial illuminator, which gives oxygen and proton and ferrocyanide complex. Ferric cyanide to ferrocyanide. So electron acceptor, it is an electron transfer agent in this series. Okay. So here the water liberated this oxygen, molecular oxygen, and liberate 4 protons. From that he concluded, the Robert Hill concluded, only the oxygen is evolved from the water molecule, not from the carbon dioxide. So it's a natural, not a natural electron acceptor, it's an artificial electron acceptor, which is used to liberate the oxygen from water. So this type of reaction is called Hill reaction. So from this Hill reaction, we concluded that the evolved oxygen is only from the H2O and not from carbon dioxide. So from this, the water only goes for the photolysis reaction and not carbon dioxide. So the water molecule is only in the light reactions. Okay. And we know one more technique. This H2O, the oxygen is labeled with 18 oxygen and carbon dioxide. It's a labeling technique, which is one of the atom, that is oxygen is labeled by the isotope. After it's converted into carbon dioxide, carbohydrate and oxygen. So this oxygen comes from water molecule because it contains isotope 18. So this labeling technique also provides that the information that oxygen is evolved from the water molecule, not from carbon dioxide. So this photolysis, the water is taken by the photolysis reaction and gives the oxygen. And this water molecule naturally NADP plus. It's a natural photosynthetic electron acceptor. Electron acceptor with the help of 2 ADP plus phosphate, inorganic phosphate, absorbs the photons, convert the water to oxygen, and this NADP is converted to NADPH plus 2 and 2 proton plus this ADP is converted into adenosine triphosphate, 2 ATP. So this is the overall reaction that was taking place in light reaction. So in light reaction, the water molecules only undergo photolysis, not carbon dioxide. So the light reaction is dependent on photons, but dark reaction is not dependent on light energy. So it is independent of light energy. So the overall reaction will be so this is the tetranuclear manganese complex, or called oxygen evolving complex, which will undergo serious redox reactions, because the photolysis reaction is a serious redox reaction. The manganese has oxidation state of +2 to +4. Okay. It splits the water molecule. The role of tetranuclear manganese complex is used to split the water molecule into H plus of oxygen. Okay, is it clear? That is H2O, it's converted into proton plus oxygen, molecular oxygen. So the energy from this tetranuclear manganese complex, that is in photosystem 2, the photon of 680 nanometer absorbs light energy, which gets excited to P680. It's an excited species. This excited species transfer its electron energy to the pheopitin molecule. Then pheopitin molecules transfer its plastoquinone, which is present in thylakoid membrane. And the series of reactions undergo, that is, again it gives its energy to cytochrome B6F complex, very important complex, that electron transfer agent. Okay. And this cytochrome B6F complex transfers the electron to iron sulfur protein, which is called Risky protein, risky iron sulfur protein. And this risky iron sulfur protein further transfers to plastocyanin, that is blue copper protein. And this is overall about photosystem 2. Then this plastocyanin give its energy to photosystem 1. Okay, that is PS 700, proton 700, and aqueous light energy which undergo excited, and this gives this electron transfer to piloquinone, which is well known vitamin K, and it transfers electrons to ferridoxine, iron sulfur protein. Then ferridoxine to ferridoxine NADP oxidoreductase enzyme. So this electron is taken by this enzyme and converts this enzyme NADP plus to NADPH, and this energy used by the carbon dioxide, which gives carbo C6H12O6 carbohydrate. So this is the overall synthesis of photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. First see this tetranuclear manganese complex. So it's a electrons undergo serious redox reaction. So this tetranuclear manganese complex used to split the water molecule. So the manganese have an oxidation state of +2 to +4. So it is an oxygen evolving complex. If you see the structure of oxygen evolving complex, this under manganese, and this is oxygen, and this is calcium. So this and all bonded with amino acid moieties. So this is the structure of tetranuclear manganese complex which undergoes serious redox reactions. So the electron is transferred and it splits the water molecule to H2O to H plus and it gives the oxygen out. So the energies from this given to this photon 680, that is chloroplast 680. It absorbs the energy of 680 wavelength range and they go to the excited species. This excited species does not stay in the excited level, so it transfers its energy to the pheopitin molecules. So this is the molecules found in the plants. So this pheopitin molecule transfers to the plastoquinone molecule. So this plastoquinone transfers its electrons to the electron transfer agent that is called cytochrome B6F complex. This is the main important complex is this. This is first and second metal ion cytochrome B6F complex, the well known electron transfer agent. Then it transfers electrons to the risky proteins, iron sulfur proteins. Then this iron sulfur protein transfers to the blue copper protein that is called plastocyanin. In this plastocyanin, the copper atom, copper is the central metal atom, it is copper 2 plus 2, copper plus 1. So it transfers electrons to the photosystem 1. So the energy from the photosystem 2 is converted to photosystem 1. So the photosystem 1, the chloroplast has wavelength of 700 nanometer, absorbs the light energy and get excited. That is chloroplast 700 with excited level, and it gives the electron to the piloquinone molecule, that is vitamin K, and it transfers the electron to the ferridoxine iron sulfur protein Fe4S4. Ferridoxine, well known electron transfer agent. And then ferridoxine, the electron from the ferridoxine is taken by the enzyme ferridoxine NADP oxidoreductase, and it reduces the NADP plus to NADPH. So the energy energy from this molecule converts the carbon dioxide to carbohydrate in photosystem 1. So in photosystem 2, the water molecule splits and gives the oxygen molecule. In photosystem 1, the carbon dioxide gets converted into carbohydrate. So these are the 4 major metal complexes involved in the photosynthesis. That is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. And is manganese tetranuclear manganese complex, which is used to split the water molecule, very important one. And cytochrome B6 complex second, and this plastocyanin third metal complex, blue copper protein that is found in the plant cells, and the third one is ferredoxin. So fourth one is ferredoxin, very important iron sulfur protein, which reduces the NADPH to NADP plus to NADPH. So it converts the energy to carbon dioxide and gives the glucose molecule. So this is the overall process of photosynthesis. The photosynthesis comprises of 2 systems. One is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So in photosystem 1, so if you conclude that photosynthesis has 2 processes, that is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So in photosystem 1, conversion of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, which was done by formation of NADPH and ATP molecule. In photosystem 2, the water molecule, splitting of water molecule splits by tetranuclear manganese complex. Okay, so this is the overall photosynthesis reaction. So from this we conclude that the chlorophyll molecule is very rich molecule because of the porphyrin ring, which is responsible for the electron transfer reactions. Okay, if with this the photosynthesis process over. If you like my video, comment my video, share and like my channel, and thanks for watching.